spending money at the movie theater is one thing you can do to go support Suicide Squad, that fledgling independent film made by a startup company. But the other thing you can do is spend thousands of dollars at retail stores and on Amazon and everything else.
Buying things that may or may not be licensed officially. Let's start with some that are licensed.
So let's take a look at some of the weirdest, craziest, and coolest Suicide Squad merchandise.
Yeah.
Right off the bat, we talked about action figures earlier. This is a new line that they're doing. This is their 6-inch scale. I think these go for about $30.
This is DC Collectibles, formerly DC Direct. I think they make really good figures, and in their press photos, they pose them horribly. So these look kind of goofy, but I think they're actually, if you actually kind of move them around and do your own thing with them, they'll probably be pretty cool.
That looks like a cool Harley Quinn figure for that kind of money. So I'm totally into that.
Yep.
Coming up next, this is where things are immediately start to get a little more crazy. Now, keeping with the theme here, this movie does seem like it's kind of dark and psychotic, but that's not stopping a lot of companies from making kind of cutesy versions of it.
It's sort of Hot Topic, the movie, in a lot of ways.
Yeah, such as Funko Pop, obviously. Funko has been known to do stuff like this, taking kind of like dangerous, scary characters in films and TV shows and boiling them down into funny, dead-eyed little
Brian,
things like this.
I'll be honest. I mean, it's just action figures and Funko Pops. It's not that weird. Is this going to get real weird?
It's going to get weird, Max. It's going to get weird. So let's keep going. This is another part of Funko's line where things get even more deranged. I'm not really sure what this is or who it's for. It sort of strikes the line between something you put in your car and something you give to your dog to eat. So
sometimes the dog will get into the car and eat stuff that's in there. So
there's just I guess if you ever wanted like a Harley Quinn Powerpuff Girl crossover, there it is.
I guess so. Yeah. Look at her weird butt.
Looks
like a roast turkey. It's
her butterfly wings.
Very odd.
Yeah.
All right. So anyway,
then we got Dorbs.
Oh yeah.
Adorable, this mass murderer. But again, I kind of like the idea of taking something that's dangerous and boiling it down to something cute. But the thing about Dorbs is that they all make this sort of face that's like, I'm so cute, play with me. But he's a killer. Also, his belly button looks really funny there because it's a smiley face.
That's weird.
All right,
so these are all pretty much just the same sort of wide range of Funko stuff. But,
Then I actually saw this in a GameStop the other day and literally gasped. I
like that they're like caution, heavy.
Yeah.
Because it's made of metal.
Yep. This is Diecast. I'm not crazy about Diecast anything because it's not very posable and it's not very cool.
It's hard to balance.
Chips. So I'm used to this character design now. I think having damaged written across your forehead's a little hokey. We'll see how it plays in the movie. On a toy, it just looks weird. But there it is. He's got no shoes on, so if that's the thing you want.
Yeah, that's a crazy thing to do. Is not wear shoes.
This looks so 90s WWF. Like I can't stop
really
thinking.
Look at that logo.
DX.
Metals Diecast. Damn.
Yeah, like where's the 1, 2, 3 kid? Again, even more, just boiled down. This is Mezco. They do Mezits. Mezits are something that's
Mezits are like a decade-long precursor to Funko Pops. Yeah, they were doing those long before, and I don't think they ever looked good. I've always thought they were just real dumb looking.
They have chunky legs. They all look like they're wearing Jinkos.
Yeah. All right, so
let's keep going past that. Now, Halloween, just around the corner.
Oh, I'm leaving. I don't want to do that.
If you want to dress like Jared Leto, I think, on the left, and then just a weird guy on the right, you can do that. They have an entire line of Halloween costumes.
Here's a fun fact about being friends with Brian, is he'll keep texting you this picture.
Yeah.
All the time. Isn't that right, Zach?
Okay, says the guy who has the framed marmoset or whatever the hell.
It's a marmoset. Look at this awful man.
So yeah, keep in mind.
Hey, what's up?
There's that guy.
I hope he's in Suicide Squad.
He might be. He's maybe the villain.
It's Killer Croc's best friend.
So yeah, Halloween, quick pointers. If you have 10 minutes to get a costume, this'll do. If you really want to dress like a character from this movie, there's tons of ways to do that. You can go on Amazon and buy all the different parts and accessories, accoutrements, as they say. I saw some of the Harley Quinn stuff. It's like actually super cool to get that costume down. This, less so. I mean, this just looks like a guy that's wearing a tap-out shirt that like got his head dunked in.
I'm
a toxic
sorry,
toilet.
no. Just if you got 10 minutes to get a Halloween costume ready, you might have waited too long.
Yeah.
Don't buy this.
All right.
This is awful.
Next up, Puddin. Who wants to put that around their neck? Your dog or you? Those are the options you'll have available when you buy this for $4.99 plus shipping on Amazon.com. Puddin, a great thing to wear around your neck.
Guess who might not like this? Your parents. All right, next.
Now we've got these Harley Quinn socks. It looks like she stepped in hot tar and also went running in the 70s. That's an option. You can buy these. These are actually a little subtle. You know what? If these didn't have like the splattered blood or paint all over them, I'd be like, that's kind of cool for a girl to wear.
I kind of hate when they do that, like the pre-damage. Like it's supposed to be blood or ink or Killer Croc's pee or
I
something.
mean,
I don't
is this
know.
like, is Harley Quinn basically in this movie, like, is this kind of like in the early 2000s when girls wore those booty shorts that just said like "bubblin" on the back or whatever? Or
Bubblin'?
Like, yeah, just weird words that made no sense. Yeah, this is, I don't know what's going on with this. It's just strange.
Yeah, all right.
And finally, the Suicide Squad sleep mask.
I'm going to go ahead and say this is not officially licensed, and this is some guy in Hong Kong who's like, what am I going to do with all these sleep masks? And then he had a great idea.
This is on Amazon. This is the Deadshot sleep mask. It's like $14.99 plus $5 shipping.
Yeah, but it's a
what
huge
a heavy
bargain
item.
because it's a Deadshot sleep mask, but along with Deadshot, you get the rest of the Suicide Squad. So
plus, you get the comfort of forever spending your entire life in a giant bed by yourself.
Yeah, the cool thing is if your friend buys the awful Joker mask, you can put on the Deadshot eye mask and you won't be able to see him. So that's a great use for it.
Yeah.
I like that this show is just turning into like QVC, but we're probably not really getting paid or selling anything. So.
No, definitely not.
Yeah.
We're not making any money. Coming up next, an entire section on historical commemorative corns.
Wait, we
that
forgot
you'll
this
wanna
awful
buy.
hat.
Oh yeah, we forgot about this hat. There's that. A hat that looks like it needs to escape.
I don't
your
care
head.
if we forgot anymore. I want to end this segment. This is Look at that awful hat.
They actually gave him more tattoos than he needed, such as God's only child. What? Anyway, those are some things you can put on your body and shelves if you really like Suicide Squad, a movie that's yet to be released.